Thanks a lot.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. What the fuck? Hey everybody, Jason here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you were paying attention to that intro, you would have noticed what the user error was. So yes, I did order the new M1 MacBook Pro, the 16-inch. I ended up getting the M1 Max with the 32-core GPU and 64 gig of RAM and 1 terabit hard drive, and I didn't pay attention to where it was where my shipment was coming from, and I'm actually getting it next week. So I thought, well, why don't I do a little quick video and ask you, what do you want to see tested with the M1 Max? I bought it for 3 main reasons. Number one, I've got a 2017 model. This is for everything. This is my video production for work, all of my regular workday stuff, plus my music stuff, which if you're a watcher of this channel, first of all, thank you so much for watching. And second, you'll know that it's just a hobby. I do this on the side so I can stay sane. And this 2017 model, probably the worst Mac product I've owned. It's fast enough, I guess, but the thermal efficiency is horrible, so it sounds like a jet engine. A lot of the time, which is not really a big deal when I'm doing my regular work stuff, or if I'm doing, you know, working on graphics or whatever that might be, because I'll just put music on. But when I'm working on music, it's really irritating to have a loud fan running while I'm trying to listen to stuff. So I'll end up using headphones a lot of the time to deal with, you know, certain parts of mixing, but I'll always obviously use my monitors to get everything finalized. So hoping that the thermal efficiency is better. The second thing is project open speed. So how much time does it save you when you're in the middle of working on a project that is of a certain size and has a certain number of tracks and plugins loaded? Does it speed that process up at all? And the third will be bouncing a final project. And this is kind of broken down into a few parts. And for me, I think it's because of how I actually do my recording. So traditional thinking says, sit down there with a guitar, piano, whatever it is, write the song, write all of your parts, do all the arrangements, whatever, then do your recording session, get everything recorded, clean up any, you know, nudge any parts of audio that are out a little bit, do all that kind of final cleanup, get your guitar tone or everything all done and sorted out, put those into stems, bounce those out, put those into a new project, and then do your final mixing there, and then bounce that out, import that into a new mastering project, do your final mastering, and then bounce that out as well. So that's not really the way I work. Most songs I write in my head, so I'm usually walking around thinking of a chorus, and I've got an idea for a hook or something I want to use, and I kind of write loosely the structure of the verses, a bridge, and a chorus just kind of in my head. And I might noodle around with a few little guitar parts for riffs and stuff like that, but really my songwriting, my recording, engineering, and mixing is all intertwined with each other. It's not just a set of steps that I kind of follow. So that leads me to that third problem, which is basically, you can ask any of my wives, I have commitment problems. So I don't like to get everything bounced, done, and committed, because then I'll have to go back to an original project and change it. I like to have the option of, you know, if I'm getting close to the end of the song and I'm listening to it and I go, you know what, this left guitar is a little bit harsh, I can go back in and maybe swap out the amp model and just leave all the plugins running. So because I have those projects that are a bit larger, that's why this thing does tend to sound like an airplane. So those are the 3 things I'm really worried about. Thermal efficiency, is it nice and quiet under heavy load? It's going to be fine for the work stuff that I use it for, any video or graphic production and all that other stuff. The second one, does it speed up opening projects? And the third one, which is by far the most important for me, can I just work off one project? So can I just do all of my stuff from one project and I don't have to bounce stems and do all this other stuff that generally is a good idea to speed it up, but it will actually save me a lot of time and aggravation. So I did do a few pre-tests that I will put up on the screen, and I'll show these again once I get to the full video next week. So if there's anything specific you want to see tested about the M1 Max and kind of decide, is it worth it to do the upgrade? Do you really get a benefit from it? Drop those in the comments below, and I'm going to be doing the video next week where I do the after tests once I move everything over to the new machine. So like and subscribe, you'll get notified when that video comes out, and I'll see you on the next one.